Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? Last class, we started advanced partnership. We have done concept number one, how to close the books of account of partnership firm in case of dissolution. Okay. Any doubt in that? No doubt. What is step number one? Kill the balance sheet. What is step number two? Taken over by purchasing company. Step number three, assets and liability not taken over by purchasing company. Step number four, realization expenses. Step number 5, receive consideration. Step number 6, close realization account. Step number 7, distribution of cash or any other consideration to the partners as per agreement, and if agreement is signed then as per final balance ratio. Correct? Understood. What is concept number 2? What? Accounting treatment in the books of purchasing company. Apply the concept whatever we have done in amalgamation, the nature of purchase. Simple. Then concept number 3, updation of balance sheet. That also you have understood. Correct. Then add on concept number 4. Write down same set of, yeah, same books of account, same books of account of partnership firm continued and followed by purchasing company. Same books of account of partnership firm continued and followed by purchasing company. Correct? Understood? Now down, this is applicable. It is applicable in case of sale, or conversion of partnership firm into company. Now just try to understand. Right now we have done partnership firm either sold to a company or converted into company. Can I say in both case this will be dissolved? This will be dissolved. And can I say for company we need to pass journal entry? Means this is concept number 1 and this is concept number 2. Already we have done. Correct now. Means normally what happens, we close the books of partnership firm and we open the books of purchasing company. So concept number 1 for closing already done and concept number 2 opening already done. Correct. But sometime what happened, ki it is quite possible when I am saying partnership firm is converted into company. So can I say the partners and the shareholders will remain same? When I am saying partnership is converted into company, so partner will become equity shareholders. In case of sale also it is quite possible कि the partners capital is for purchase consideration discharge in the form of equity shares. The partners become equity shareholders. Means can I say ownership may remain same? It is quite possible ownership may remain same. So if ownership remains same, so can I say because the same ownership, same ownership, same management. So what they will do? They will not close. They will not open. They will not close. They will not open. They'll follow the same books. Whatever the books they were following for partnership firm for what company. Are you getting? They'll follow the same books with some adjustment. With some adjustment means they will not close. They will not open. Same books of account of partnership firm will be followed and continued by purchasing company. Only some adjustment is required. So if this is the case, means they have asked you that same books of account is followed, then we'll not apply concept number one, will not apply concept number two. We'll do some adjustment in the same books of account. So what adjustment is required that we need to understand. Means we are going to combine concept number one and concept number two. We are going to combine concept number one and concept number two, which will give rise to what? Concept number 4. Understood what I am saying? So let us understand. I hope you have understood the topic. Topic you understood? Topic you understood? Right on. From exam point of view, from exam point of view, this concept will be applied only when point number A is specified in the question, point number B only balance sheet of purchasing company is required. Only balance sheet of purchasing company is required. Understood? So we'll follow concept number 4 only when they say the same books of account is followed, or they say only prepare what? Balance sheet of purchasing company. It means it is an indication that you need to follow what? Concept number 4. Correct? So what are the steps which you need to follow? Write down. Following steps will be applied. Correct? So step number 1 is what? Step number 1. Correct. Step number 1 is what? Revalue all the assets and liability taken over. Means the assets and liability which is taken over by purchasing company need to be revalued. Correct. So we'll open a revaluation account for that. Because can I say that asset will remain in the balance sheet only? Please let me first explain you, then I will give the steps. Suppose this is the balance sheet of what? Partnership. Purchasing company. Partnership firm. So there are many asset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are many liability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is what? Partners capital. Partners capital. So these are the asset taken over. These are the asset not taken over. Understood? These are liability taken over and these are liability not taken over. So guys, this asset will remain in the balance sheet only, because same balance sheet will be continued for whom? Purchasing company. Means when I am saying same books of account, so in the books of account these assets will remain, but now at which value? At fair value. So can you say we revalue such assets and liability which are taken over through which account? Revaluation account. You know revaluation account? Revaluation account. And any revaluation gain or loss will be transferred to what? In which ratio? PSR. Okay. Can you say this will be now removed from the balance sheet? Means this will be either sold or taken over by partners only. Means we'll prepare realization account, because sale is done through which account? So can you say prepare realization account for those assets and liability which are not taken over? It will be either sold or taken over by the partner as the case may be, but this will be removed from the balance sheet. Removed from the balance sheet. So what is step number 1? Revalue assets and liability for revalue those assets and liability which are taken over. Then prepare realization account for which assets and liability which are not taken over. Understood? Then if suppose goodwill is given, means suppose there is a value of goodwill, so can you say goodwill will come in the balance sheet of company? Goodwill will come in the balance sheet of purchasing company. So goodwill will also come. So it means now we'll raise goodwill. Raise goodwill means we'll raise goodwill. Correct. What journal entry will do? Goodwill account debit to partners capital account. Because this goodwill belong to whom? What partners? But now will come in the balance sheet of company. Understood? Correct. Raise goodwill. Raise goodwill. Then any reserve and surplus appearing in the balance sheet, can you see this will be distributed to whom? Partners. In which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So this reserve will not come in the balance of company. Correct. Now can you say after all this adjustment, we can prepare partners capital account, and this partners capital account will be converted into what? Equity share capital as per the information given in the question. Done. Okay. Simple. When I started, you must think, what is this same set of book, concept number 1, concept number 2. Sir, mata kharab hoga. It's very simple na. Very simple. Once you understand, it's very simple na. Now, can I give in writing? But the step number 1 is what? Now you will say revalue all assets and liabilities taken over by P company, means purchasing company, at which value? At fair value. Through which account? Through revaluation account, or sometimes they say PL adjustment account. We can also prepare what? PL adjustment account. Okay, the bachpan say you are doing such an entry, I will not give. Increase in the value of asset. You know na. Asset account debit to revaluation. Decrease in the value of asset. Increase in the value. You will not. Okay. Okay. Correct. Can I say any gain or loss? Any gain or loss on revaluation will be transferred to what? Will be transferred to partners in profit sharing ratio. Step number 1 done. Come to step number 2. Okay. Simple. What is step number 2? Batao. Realize all assets and what? Liabilities not taken over by purchasing company. Correct. Can I say at agreed value? At agreed value. Through which account? Through realization account. Correct. Understood? Can I say realization expenses also realization expenses, if any, will be also adjusted in which account? Adjusted through realization account. Correct now? Any gain or loss on realization will be transferred to what? Transferred to partners in which ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So step number 1 done, step number 2 done. Okay? Understood? Step number 3 will be what? Batao. What is step number 3? Correct. Goodwill. देखो, raise goodwill if value of goodwill is given in question, is given in question. If the value is not given, then we can't raise now. Correct. So what journal entry will do? Goodwill will come in the balance sheet. So goodwill account debit to what? To partners capital account. Correct. In PSR only. This will be allocated in PSR. This also done. What is step number 4? Batao. Very good. Distribute reserve and surplus. Distribute a reserve and surplus among what? Among partners in PSR. In this too you are expert. Correct. Then step number 5 is what? Prepare which account? Partners capital account. Correct. After applying what? After applying step 1 to step 4 to determine what? To determine final balance due to what? Due to each partner. Final balance due to each partner. Correct. Just write down. Partner's current account, if any. If any, will be closed by transfer to what? To partners capital account. Understood? Step number 6. Convert partners capital into what? Into equity share capital, or preference share capital, or what? Or debenture, as per what? As per information given in question. So what journal entry will do? Partners capital account debit to what? To either share capital or to debentures. It might be case it can be issued at premium. Correct now? Securities premium. Can you see this is nothing but PC? This is nothing but PC. And this is nothing but net asset taken over. When I am saying capital, capital means asset minus liability. This is nothing but net asset. The difference will be what? Either goodwill or capital reserve. Or capital reserve balancing figure. Understood? Means if goodwill value is not given in the question, then step 3 is not applicable. Then automatically goodwill will come in this account, in this step. So if goodwill is given, then already you have raised, already it has been taken into consideration, then it will tally. Means no balancing figure will come. But if goodwill is not given, automatically some balancing figure will come in this journal entry, and you need to recognize the amount of goodwill. So okay, either it is given, okay, not given, then okay, chalega. Have you understood? So I'm not giving a note for this. And either step number 3 goodwill will come, or step number 6 goodwill will come. Chalega? Yes. Done. Can we take one question? Come to question number 14, unit number 2. Unit number 2. You want a note for that? You want a note for that? Write down. If the value of goodwill is not given in the question, if the value of goodwill is not given in the question, then step 3 is not applicable. If the value of goodwill is not given in the question, then step 3 is not applicable. However, goodwill will be calculated as a balancing figure in step number 6. Goodwill will be calculated as balancing figure in step number 6. Now okay? Correct. Then come to question 41. Simple question, let us first take. Question 13 will be your homework. 13 homework. 14. M&R carrying on business in partnership, sharing profit and losses in ratio 3:2, wish to dissolve the firm and sell the business to a limited company on 31st December 1991 when the firm balance sheet stand as under. Okay, sir. A limited company was with an authorized capital 3 lakh in equity shares rupees 10 each. It is registered to purchase the above business on the following terms. Goodwill is valued at itna, goodwill value is given. Furniture stock are revalued at itna. Revalued means it is taken over. Debtor are subject to 5% provision. It is also taken over. Motor car is not required by company. It is not taken over, and M takes over the same at an agreed valuation of 8,000. Purchase consideration is satisfied by the issue of equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. So journal entry and balance sheet of the company assuming the same set of books is followed. Correct. Can we do? So they have asked journal entry. Let us do the journal entry. Batao. We are doing journal entry. Journal. What is the first step? So I'm just writing step wise. This question in exam don't write step 1, step 2. Huh? Exam journal entry 1, journal entry 2. Step 1, step 2 don't write. Only for your understanding. First is revaluation. First is revaluation. Of which asset? Assets and liability taken over. So what are the assets taken over? Batao. First, furniture taken over at 6,000. So how much revaluation? So what journal entry? Decrease na? A revaluation account debit to what? Furniture. How much? And you can see there is one debtor. Debtor will also decrease. So can we write down 2? Debtor how much? Debtor will decrease by 5%. So 60,000, 5% how much? 3,000. So how much total? 5,000. And stock will become 85,000. Increase stock. So what journal entry? Stock account debit to revaluation. How much? 4,000. 4,000. Then how much revaluation gain or loss? There is a loss. This will be transferred to what? What are two partner? So M capital account debit, R's capital account debit to what? To revaluation. It is 1,000 and this will be 3 is to 2, 600 and done. First step done. Correct. Step number 2 is what? A realization. Without which asset is not taken over? Motor car. So can I say first will transfer motor car to realization account at fair at book value. So what journal entry? A realization account debit to motor car. How much? Book value 12,000. Correct. Now it is taken over by whom? What journal entry? But, but M's capital account debit to realization account at what value? 8,000. So what is the loss or gain? Loss na. So what journal entry? M's capital account R's capital account to what? Realization account. 4,000. In which ratio? So 2,400 and 1,600. Are you able to understand? What is step number? Whether goodwill value is given. Write down raise goodwill. Raise goodwill. What is the value of goodwill given? So what journal entry you'll do? Goodwill account debit to what? MNR. I'm writing MNR. You write on M capital R capital. How much? 30,000, 18,000, 12,000. Then what? Step number what? 4. Distribute what? Distribute a reserve. Correct? What journal entry? Reserve account debit 20,000 to MNR 12,000 and 8,000. Correct. What is step number 5? Will prepare partners capital account. Means conversion of partners capital into what? Equity share capital. For this we'll prepare as a working note what? Prepare one working note. Huh? Huh? I'm coming to your point. Partners capital account. So how many partner? M and R. What is the opening balance? 70,000 and 50,000. Then there is a revaluation loss na. Loss na. So to revaluation how much? 600 and 400. Then what? Then point number B of step number 2. We run 2 what? Realization motor car taken over by M at what? 8,000. Then there is a realization gain or loss. 1 second loss. So to realization account how much? 2,400 and 1,600. Then by goodwill how much? 18,000 and 12,000. Then by reserve how much? 12,000 and 8,000. Done. Can you give me balance? 2 carried down. $89,000 and 68,000. Correct. Understood? Means this is the amount payable to whom? Partners. Means this is equal to PC. Purchase consideration. Amount payable to partner is PC. Let's check whether it is correct or not. So can you give me what are the asset taken over? Goodwill how much? Check karte whether it is same or not. Goodwill is equal to 30,000. Then what is taken? Furniture taken. How much? 6,000. Then what? Stock taken. How much? 85,000. Then data taken. Data taken at what? 57,000. But the cash is taken or not? Cash taken or not? If the same books of account is continued, to cash will be taken na. Cash will remain there only. Cash ko thona base. Can we sell cash? No na. So cash is also taken. So cash is taken at what? 4,000. But whether sundry credit are taken? Yes, it is taken. Nothing is given. So taken at book value only, and there is no revaluation gain on that, and therefore it was not considered. Means sundry credit are also taken, but at book value there is no revaluation gain or loss on that. How much? Now see what the amount is coming. 1 lakh. And what was the total capital? Means it is match. Means we are doing correct. Means we are doing correct. Understood? Have you understood? Then what? Let us pass the journal entry. So what we will do? M's capital account. How much? How much? 89,000. R's capital account. How much? And PC discharge in the form of, so we'll do equity share capital how much. And there's why difference is not there because goodwill is already recognized. Means this amount include the value of goodwill na. Goodwill is already distributed to whom? Partners. Have you understood? Super easy. Then we'll what? Prepare balance sheet, that we can do. Balance sheet. Balance sheet बना लीजिएगा. But can I say balance sheet of company will be in which format? Schedule 3 format. Correct. Even though it is a partnership chapter, but balance sheet of company in schedule 3 format. Can you draw by your own? ये बना दो. बैलेंस शीट लो बना लेते हैं, क्या दिक्कत है, बना लें. बताओ. बैलेंस शीट ऑफ विच कंपनी? नेम गिवन. ए लिमिटेड. जो भी. As at which date? December 91. First what we write? Equity and liabilities. In this what we write? Shareholders fund. In this way what we write? Share capital. How much? 1,57,000. Any reserve and surplus? How much reserve and surplus? How much? Reserve will come. Reserve, so that was a partnership firm. So in purchasing company, when you are filing amalgamation in the nature of purchase, whether reserve and surplus of transfer company will come, will not come. Only asset will come and liability will come. Reserve and surplus will not come. It is distributed to whom? Partners ना, खत्म हो गया, zero हो गया. Correct. Then so the current liability is there. So how much current liability we have? 25,000. Total 1,82,000. Then come to point number 2. What? Assets. First what we write down? Non-current assets. Under this first item is what? Property, plant and equipment. So we have what? Furniture and motor car. But motor car is not taken, only furniture. So what amount will come? 6,000. Correct now. Then we write down current assets. Current assets, first what we write? Inventory. So how much inventory? Is 85,000. Then what we write down? Trade receivable. So how much trade receivable? 57,000. Then what we write down? Cash and cash equivalent. How much? It is 4,000. Just see where it tallied or not. Goodwill should गया ना? Write down goodwill or intangible asset. How much? 30,000. Now it will tally. How much? 1,82,000. Then super easy concept. Got it? Sure. Write down one more concept. Concept number what? Concept number 5. Now what happened? In this chapter they may ask you admission, retirement, death also. But that is not in our syllabus. That was where? In foundation. But they may say first admission and then dissolution. So first admission or retirement or death. So you need to do adjustment as what you used to do where? In your foundation. So if they ask, you should know what are the adjustment required. So only a revision for that. So I will give you all point together for admission, retirement and death. Admission, retirement or what? Or death of a partner. Correct? Including changes in PSR. Including what? Changes in PSR. Correct? Means can I say on the date of admission or on the date of retirement or on the date of death or on the date of changes in PSR, following adjustment are required. Correct. So this is known as reconstitution of firm. On reconstitution of firm following adjustment are required. But the first what? First is what? Revaluation of assets. Boli, remember? First we used to do revaluation. The revaluation of assets and liabilities correct, through which account? Through revaluation account. Correct. बताओ. Any revaluation gain or loss will be transferred to whom? Will be transferred to which partner? Old partners, new partners. When I say old partners means before reconstitution. New partners means after reconstitution. Correct now? So AB become ABC. If AB become ABC, so who are old partner? Who are new partners? ABC, including C. C is a new incoming partner. But when I say new partners, so it is ABC. In new agreement, new partners. Correct? So old partners in which ratio? In old PSR. Understood. Then point number B. Distribution of what? Distribution of reserve and surplus. The distribution of reserve and surplus on that date among what? Among all partners. Among all partners in old PSR. Ludan. Point number C is what? Adjustment of what? Adjustment of goodwill among partners. Among partners. Correct. What journal entry we used to do? Huh? Used to do goodwill account debit. Huh? Gaining partners capital account debit to what? Sacrificing partners capital account. Goodwill account debit नहीं करते थे. We used to do gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partner. I hope you remember that in case of admission retirement debt, there will be some partner who will gain. There is some partner who will sacrifice. You remember you used to calculate gaining ratio, sacrificing ratio. मजा आता था. Gaining ratio, sacrificing ratio. You have calculated. Huh? So we can calculate if they have asked in exam. That is not a problem. But gaining partners capital to sacrificing partner. So what is this? For this, what we'll do? We'll prepare one goodwill adjustment table. We'll prepare one goodwill adjustment table. So first we write down A, B, C. Suppose A, B are old. Correct? Suppose. And C is an incoming partner. It is a case of what? Admission. Correct? So the first what we'll do? Goodwill will be allocated to old partner in OPSR. So first goodwill will be allocated in which ratio? OPSR. Among which partner? Old partner in OPSR. Means in retirement, old partner will be different, huh? So first goodwill will be allocated to old partner in OPSR. Then goodwill will be allocated to what? New partner in new PSR. So can I say it will be ABC? It will be ABC. Huh? Write down. Chalo. Now, so goodwill will be allocated to what? Old partner in OPSR. Then goodwill will be allocated to new partner in new PSR. Then can I say in case of admission all will be what? New partners. So when I say new partners means after reconstitution of firm, what are the partners left? There are new partners, correct? Now, just try to understand. If this decreases, correct? If this decreases or it will increase, either it will decrease or it will increase. So can I say if it is decreases, so it means partners are sacrificing. If it is increases, means partners are gaining. So if the value is increasing, it means sacrificing partner. Sacrificing partners. If the value is decreasing, oh, if the value is decreasing, then sacrificing partners. If the value is increasing, then what? Gaining partners. So can you see you can easily find out who is gaining, who is sacrificing, and with this amount will pass the journal entry. With this amount, this is the adjusted amount. This is the amount of adjustment. So with this amount will pass the journal entry. We need to find out who is gaining partner, who is sacrificing partner. So of course in admission, this partner is gaining, and can his old partner will always sacrifice. Old partner will always sacrifice. Correct now. But we'll do this as per new PSR and old PSR. Find out what gaining and sacrificing, and we can pass the journal entry simple. So simple. So we need to first debit what? David gaining partners to sacrificing partner. It means what? Can you say gaining partner will compensate whom? Sacrificing partner for the amount of goodwill. So gaining partner will bring some cash for goodwill, and that cash can be withdrawn by sacrificing partner. Correct? So gaining partner will be debited and sacrificing partner will be credited. Understood? Have you understood this point? This is known as goodwill adjustment table. We can do it. Then point number 4, what? Write down. Adjustment of cash brought in by which partner? Can I say incoming partner will bring cash? So adjustment of cash brought in by incoming partner, correct now? Or withdrawal of cash by outgoing partners. Understood now? As per the information given in the question, means it might happen retiring partner has not withdrawn amount, so that will be considered as loan to the partnership firm. I think you remember. Correct now? Same thing. So this adjustment will done as per the information given the question, who is bringing cash, who is withdrawing cash. These are the only 4 treatment for admission, retirement, death. Means with this 4 treatment, entire chapter is over. Means I think you have done so many days for admission, retirement, death, but actually the concept is this much only. For adjustment, entire topic is over. First is what? Revaluation. Second is what? Distribution of reserve and surplus. Third is what? Goodwill adjustment. Fourth is what? Cash adjustment. So whenever there is a revaluation, whenever there is a retirement, death, admission or change in PSR, always think these 4 points on the date of event. On the date of event. Can you repeat with the first word, second word, third word, fourth word? Understood. Can we take one question? Yes, sir. चलो अच्छा क्वेश्चन. Come to question number 16. Mr. B and Mr. E are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:2. Okay. On 30th September 1993, they admit Mr. C as a partner. Oh. So on 30th September become the date of admission, reconstitution, and the new PSI is 2:1. Thank you very much. They have given new PSI. C brought in fixture and cash. So C brought fixture means furniture and fixture and cash. The goodwill being B and E 20,000 and C 10,000. So goodwill of firm was how what? When I am saying B and E, the goodwill of firm was how much? 20,000. And what was the goodwill of C? 10,000. But neither figure is to be brought into the books. Whether the goodwill will come in the balance sheet in case of admission, retirement, etc. Goodwill will never come in the balance sheet. Only adjusted in which ratio? Gaining and sacrificing ratio. Means will not raise goodwill in case of what? Admission, retirement, death, or change in PSR. Therefore, we have not done goodwill account debit. Goodwill will not be debited. Means if you have done that journal entry in your foundation, that was Mahabakwas journal entry. You have done the journal entry, goodwill account debit. You have done goodwill account debit. How many of you done? So it means the faculty who have given this journal entry, they don't know partnership account. Means goodwill will never be raised. Sorry, I'm not saying they are all a good teacher. Okay, everyone is good teacher, correct. But from my point, it is not correct. ऐसे बोल सकते हैं? From my point, it is not correct. Understood? So goodwill will never be raised in case of admission, retirement, death, change in PSR, and therefore they have correctly stated. Means the question is correct, but neither figure is to be brought into the books of account. Means can I say even though this is not given, we'll never bring goodwill in the balance sheet for reconstitution of firm, correct? Even though not given, it will not come in the balance sheet, and therefore we have done this journal entry. Na? What journal entry I have given? Batao. So goodwill we are not debiting. Check karo. I have not said goodwill account debit to partners. I said gaining to. So only it is adjusted through which account? Capital account. So goodwill will not come in the balance sheet. Goodwill will not come in the balance sheet. Understood? Yes, sir. So even though not given, will never raise. Got it? Yes, sir. On 31st March 1994 means after how many months? After how many months? 6 months. The partnership dissolve. Oh, acha. Means admission with dissolution. Admission with dissolution. Understood why I have done step number concept number 5? अरे बोलना रे. Because it may be asked. If asked, then of course foundation to you have forgotten. Correct na? So revision was required na? Revision was required. B. The partnership dissolve. B retiring partner. Dissolve and be retired. Are dissolution to how retirement? Dissolution to retirement what? All is retired. But what they want? We need to understand the emotions of the question. Means out of B, E and C. Out of B, E and C. B is C na? E is going out. E is going out. Correct? Oh sorry, B is going out. Arey yaar. B is going out. And other two partners forming a company. Oh, means they. It is not retirement. Means can I say dissolution happened and B said I will not continue. I will not continue. I will not continue. Go out. Correct? Go out. And who will continue? Other two. What is the name? Other partner is what? E and C. E and C will continue in a company and they will form a company and the name of the company is what? BC. Arey baap re baap. नाम में क्या रखा हुआ है छोड़ना. But just try to understand this type of question can be confusion. Lot of confusion in exam. Who is BC? BC, BEC. Oh my God. And A is where? A is not there only. Because normally we say ABC ना. A है ही नहीं यहाँ पर. चलो ठीक है. But I hope you have understood कि partnership firm dissolve and the other two partner forming a company called BC Limited with equal capital. Oh, with equal capital. Oh, देखो whenever this type of information given ना, you should give stress. Oh, give circle because this point you will forget ना with equal capital. Oh, correct. Understood? Taking all remaining assets and liability means all assets and liability are taken over. Correct. Goodwill being agreed at 40,000. Oh, goodwill means this is the goodwill which will come in the balance sheet of company. Balance sheet of company. And brought into the books of company. Of course, we'll raise goodwill. Step number 4, same set, raise goodwill. Raise goodwill. In company it will come na. So even though not given it will raise, means it will come into the books of account na. Yes sir. B agree to take over the business car at 3,700. Means business car is not taken over by company. It is taken over by B. It is taken over by B. Plant was sold. Oh, plant was not taken over. It was sold. Being in excess of requirement. अच्छा, ये बात correct. The profit. The profit of the two preceding year were itna and itna respectively, and it was agreed that for the half year ended 30th September 1993, the net profit was to be taken as equal to the average of two preceding year and current year. Understood? 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 Now sometime what happen now, just try to you read point, you are not able to analyze ये क्या दे दिया. Correct? Understood now? So don't waste your time right now. Don't waste your time right now. Give a stomach. Every point we can't understand immediately. But if you are reading, you are wasting your time. Some point you'll automatically understand with the flow of solution. Question not. With the flow of solution. Correct? Yes, sir. No entry had been made when C entered. C entered means admission. Well, at the time of admission, no journal entry was done. Oh my God. क्यों? Question says means C entered but no journal entry was done. Means step number 5 we need to apply. Concept number 5 we need to apply. Correct. Except cash. Cash is recorded. Oh ho ho ho. Oh ho ho. No books, no new books being opened by BC Company Limited. It means what? Same books is followed. Concept number 4. Concept number 4. B agreed to have 50,000 as loan to the company. Means can I say B is going out? So bola whatever amount is due to B will be considered as loan from B. Loan from B. So B agreed to have 50,000 as loan to the company secured by 12% debenture. Means he will become debenture holder. He will become debenture holder. Following is the trial balance. Okay, trial balance has been given, and trial balance has been given on 31st March 1994. 1994 means at year end. Capital account BEC. All account is coming. Drawing account BEC. Okay, sir. Okay. Debtor and creditor plant. Book value of plant sold is 4,000. Means out of 23,000, there was some plant which has been sold, and the book value is what? 4,000. Fixture, motor car, stock, bank, PL account for the year. Means this is the profit for the year. This is the profit for the year. Have you understood? Now this type of question you will not understand only by reading. पूरा mix हो गया. अभी तो I will say start. You will not be able to start only. Will you able to start? No. Means there are some question which you can do with by reading only. Means whatever question we have done till now, that was what 1 2 3 4 step लगा दो. Kill the balance is मजा आ रहा था. अरे बोलना. But this type of questions are dangerous. Means if you know, then also you are not able to do it. So what I will say, whenever this type of questions come, give some time to questions. Correct? Means while reading you will understand that you are not understanding. Abhi to I am with you. If I am with you, you have 90% you have understood a question, but then also you will not be able to apply. Correct? But can I say, while reading you will understand that you are not understanding. If I would have said read by your own, so in first para you would have surrendered. अरे बोलना रही. Correct now. I will give you one question which you read, you will do, you will take care. Correct. But this question I will do. So when such situation come, that first para you are not able to understand and you are surrendering, I will just start drawing timeline. While reading the question only. Don't read the entire question. Because you read entire question 5 minutes gone. Now once again read 5 minutes gone, 10 minutes wasted. So read and draw. 5 minutes में हो जाता ना. Read and draw 5. So when I say draw timeline from the beginning, let us start. Now देखना, once I start drawing, now you will only say what to be done. I will draw on your behalf, but you will explain me, you will be able to say me, sir ये करना है. ठीक, चलो start करते हैं. बताओ, what is the year end? 31st March. What is the date of admission? 38th September. बताओ, initially who are the partner? What was the ratio? Then who joined? See, what is the ratio? Correct. बताओ, what is given then? C brought what? Fixture how much? Cash how much? You need to also write down, हाँ. अरे मजा आ रहा है. वाह रे वाह. मुझे ऐसा लगता है I am here to prepare and I am here to give the exam on behalf of you only. सर करो 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 सर. सर करो, क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? वाह. I said I am drawing on your behalf. I said na I am drawing on your behalf. Correct? Okay. Now, then what is given? Goodwill. So the goodwill of B and E is how much? Means this is goodwill of partnership firm, old partnership firm. And what is the goodwill of C? This is the goodwill of C. Understood. But it will not come in the books of account, that we know. Yes, sir. Then on 31st March 1984, what happened? Dissolution happened. Who is going out? So B is out. Who remain? AC. E and C will form a company. Will form a company. Okay. With which capital? With equal capital. I hope you are understanding. I am writing each and every point. With equal capital. Correct. Taking over all assets and liabilities, all remaining assets. So what are asset not taken over? बताओ. बताओ. Plant not taken over. The plant was sold. बताओ. Whose book value is how much? And whose sale is agreed value is what? Understood. And one more asset is there. Business car is taken over by B. Whose book value is what? Book value will be given in trial balance. And taken over at what? 3,700. Apart from this, all assets and liability are taken over. Now, what is the value of goodwill on this date? 40,000. Understood. Understood. Correct. Understood. and they have given that for these same books will be followed. Same books na, for company will follow same books. Now, what is the total profit given of this year in trial balance? Now, my question to you all, everyone, this profit belong to whom? B. And this profit belong to whom? B, C. It means we need to allocate this profit into 6 months and 6 months. If nothing is given, we'll use time ratio, but they have given some information. They have given some information, the star mark information. Now you'll understand. Now you'll understand. Let us read. Now read. The profit of the two preceding year, were itna preceding year, okay? And it was agreed that for the half year ended 30th September 1993. Understood? The net profit must be taken as equal to the average of two preceding year and current year profit. Understood? Means what they are saying, this profit will be equal to what? Batao. Average of two preceding year is how much? 17,200 plus 19,000 plus current year profit. What is current year profit? 29,000. So divide by 3, how much? 22. So can you see this become half year profit? So what is the profit of this year? Batao. 29,000 minus what? 29,800 minus what? 7,800. Understood why they have given this point? If suppose that point was not given, we'll assume profit is done evenly and we'll allocate in 6 months and 6 months. Now the entire question is in front of you. Can I say you can draw this type of timeline, and can I say it will not take more than 7 to 8 minutes. 7 to 8 minutes lagega. New question, difficult question, reading is required. Once you understood now you can complete the question in balance 20 to 25 minutes. You can complete. Let's see. Now it is your turn. Can you see we'll go what? Event wise. First we should do accounting for what? Achha, one more point is given. This is not recorded, this is recorded, and this is not recorded. They have given ki cash was recorded na, but fixture is not yet recorded and goodwill adjustment is not yet done. I think that point was given. I missed it na. And one more point is given that 50,000 is the amount due. This 50,000 will be considered as debenture. Debenture will be issued na. This point was also given. So loan secured by 12% debenture means loan will be converted to debenture only. Debenture is also loan na. Debenture is also loan. Understood? Correct. Now, but the first we'll do accounting for what? Admission or dissolution? First admission. Now, whenever admission, so what are the adjustment required? Batao. First revaluation. Is there any revaluation? No. Khatam. Second is what? Is there any reserve and surplus? Yes. Profit of first 6 months. This profit will be distributed to whom? B, any. In which ratio? Done. Then third point is what? Is there any goodwill? So we'll do what? Goodwill adjustment. Gaining and sacrificing. Third also done. Then point number 4 is what? Cash. So what he is bringing? Cash and fixture. So cash already recorded. We'll record only fixture. We'll do recording. Khatam. Correct? Done ना. देखो कितना easy हो गया. Then we'll come to what? Dissolution. Dissolution means purchasing company means same set of books. First is what? Revaluation. First is what? Revaluation of assets and liability taken over. So any revaluation, it is taken over at book value only. And they have said all remaining assets and liabilities taken over. So taken over at book value only. So no revaluation. Second step is what? Realization. Is there any realization? There are two assets, plant and business car. We'll do it. Then third is what? Raise goodwill. Whether they have given goodwill 40,000. We'll raise it. Then third is what? Any reserve and surplus? Yes, na. 6 month profit is there. This will be distributed to whom? Which partners? Which partner? Name. B, E and C. In which ratio? 2 is to 2 is to 1. Correct. Then what is the step? Prepare partners capital account and convert that into what? Equity share capital or debenture. Debenture for whom? B. And for other partner it will be equity share capital. Done. Can I say you can analyze? But while reading, Sara hodgepodge hua. You have entire thing with you. You can do whatever they have asked. Now they have asked what? Capital account, PL appropriation account and balance sheet. Let us prepare. So can I say capital account means all the steps will apply? So let us first prepare what capital account. Partners, you will help me, huh? You are going to help me, huh? Bolo yes or no? I am nothing without you, huh? So we write down B, E, C, B, E, C. Whatever you will say, I will do. First, we'll do with admission. Admission. I'm once again, I'm starting point number 1, 2, 3 like this. You'll say, then I will do. First, to give me, can you give me partners capital opening balance? By balance brought down is what? 35,000, 20,000, 10,000. And there is drawing also. We will close drawing account now. Drawing how much? 6,000, 5,000 and 2,800. Done. Correct. Now let us come to first admission. Is there any revaluation? Now don't see the question, see the timeline. Now once again, if you are seeing question, then why we have done timeline? Correct now. Is there any revaluation? No. Correct. Is there any reserve and surplus? So can I say we'll do by PL appropriation account. Distribution is done through appropriation account. Correct. Distribute 22,000 to B and C in which ratio? 3 is to 2. Distribute 13,200 and 800. Done. Correct. Then distribution done. Then goodwill adjustment. Is there any goodwill adjustment? Bolo yes or no? So we'll prepare one working note. We'll do what? Goodwill. Leave sufficient space for partners capital account. Sufficient space. So now we'll do goodwill adjustment table. Write down goodwill adjustment table for admission na. This we are doing for admission. So who are the partner? B, E and C. First it will be allocated in which ratio? OPSR. So but what is the goodwill of B and E? allocate in which ratio? It is 12,000 and what is the goodwill of C? So that will be allocated to C. Understood this point? Correct. Now what is the total goodwill? Total goodwill become what? 30,000. So this 30,000 will be allocated in which ratio? New PSR. New PSR is what? 2 is to 2 is to 1. How much? It is 12,000, 12,000 and 6,000. But who is gaining, who is sacrificing? Whether B is gaining or sacrificing? No. E is what? Gaining. So gaining partner will be debited or credited? At nalai. Debited. Gaining partner will be debited. Who is sacrificing? So he will be credited. Low journal entry. What is journal entry? E is capital account debit to C is capital account. Have you understood? Correct. Now थोड़ा सा concept समझो. This is the partnership firm in which we have B and E. And can I say if they are doing business from past year, they will have some goodwill? Can I say when I start a new business, we don't have goodwill. When we start a new business, we don't have goodwill. But dire, we will generate goodwill. Will generate goodwill. Means can I say I have goodwill in the market, but you become CA today, you will have no goodwill. Correct now? You will have no goodwill. So what is the goodwill of B and E? 20,000. Can I say it might happen C is doing some proprietary business? Bole yes or no? So C may also have goodwill. Understood. So it is the goodwill of business of C. Understood. It is quite possible that C is also carrying on some business from past year. So C has also goodwill. Now they combine the business. So what is the total goodwill of new business? 30,000. So the partnership firm, new goodwill will what? 30,000. Understood. Understood. Have you understood? That only we have done. If first we have allocated goodwill among old partner in OPSR, but this is also belong to C only now. Then total goodwill allocated to new partner in new PSR. Understood? Correct? Have you understood? Have you understood? Correct. What is journal entry? E to C. Write down. E account debit to C. So E will be debited. We write down to C's capital account. How much? E will be debited. And by what? E's capital account. And C will be credited. Understood this point? So 1, 2, 3 done. Point number 4. Adjustment of cash or any other asset brought in by incoming partner. So he is bringing what? Cash is already accounted. We write down by what? Fixture. Who is bringing? C is bringing. How much? Value is what? 3,000. Can I say admission done? Admission done. Admission done. Correct. Now I'll come to dissolution and same sets. Now stepwise. Always think from stepwise, otherwise you'll be confused. You will learn the steps. Think stepwise only. Correct. First step. Revaluation of assets and liability taken over. Any revaluation is there? No revaluation. Then realization of assets and liability not taken over. There are two assets. So can we prepare one realization account if you permit? For simplicity, either we can do directly also. Correct. But let us do realization account. But what are the two assets taken over? Sorry, not taken over. So two plant, what is the book value? Book value. Two car, correct? Now, plant was sold at what? So cash 3000. Understood? Correct. And it was taken over by whom? B's capital account how much? But what is realization gain or loss? Okay, no realization gain or loss. Khatam. Understanding. Bolo. Can I say this will be adjusted in balance sheet? Correct. Can I say this will be adjusted in partner's capital account? So let us adjust B's capital account. Are you able to understand what I have done? So what journal entry we have done? B's capital account will be debited now. So B's capital account debit to a realization account. How much? 3700. Realization done. Step 1, step 2 done. What is step number 3? Can the goodwill be raised? So buy goodwill, how much? 40,000. In which ratio? 2 is to 2 is to 1. So can you allocate 16,000, 16,000, 8,000 done. Goodwill also done. Correct. Then reserve and surplus. Is there any reserve and surplus? Can I say PL of next 6 months? So we'll say PL appropriation account. How much? 7,800. In which ratio? 2 is to 2 is to 1. Can you allocate? 3120, 3120, 3120. How much? 1560. Correct. होता है रे. Correct. So step number 4 also done. What is step number 5? Step number 4. No, step number 5 done, I think so. There are how many steps total? Total 6 I have given. Now we'll prepare partners capital account. So already prepared. So can is already prepared. Means now we'll do what? Closing. So first we'll close which partner you only say? Who is Nalayak partner? B is going out now. Let us close them. So what is the amount due find out? What is the amount due? What is the amount due? 57,620. Out of this, what will be the loan amount? So we'll say to 12%. Debentures will be issued to the extent of, but the balance what will do? Very good. It will paid even though not given. Understood now? 7620 will paid. So this account will be closed. This account will be closed. Understood? Now can you give me the closing balance of other two partner? 38,920 and 23,760. Is it correct? Hmm? Bolo. Correct. Now, can you see this will be converted into what? This will convert it into which capital? Equity share capital? Equally. Equally na? Because they have given equally. अरे बोलना रे. Then let us extend it. You have space na? By balance brought down 38920 and 23760. But the two equity share capital divide by what? Divide by 2 you will do na? Divide by 2. So this total divide by 2 do equal capital. So divide by 2 only. 31,340 and 31,340. But the balance will be adjusted in what? Cash. Means one partner will bring cash, another partner will withdraw cash. So who is withdrawing? Who is withdrawing? B will withdraw. अरे हाँ, E will withdraw. ये नाम ना 7580. E will withdraw. And who will bring? BEC 75. So automatically one partner is withdrawing and one partner is bringing. So kata kata done. Hello. Have you understood what I have done? Bolo. Understood. Have you understood? Now once this done, now whatever they have asked, that is very simple. They have asked PL appropriation account. Already we have done now. So let us prepare PL appropriation account. But what is the net profit of the year? By net profit 29,800. But it will be allocated to partners capital account. Already we have done now. But can you give me how much B, how much E, how much C, total amount? So B is what? 13,200 plus 3120. How much? 16,320. Similarly, E is what? 8,800 plus 3120. 11,920. And see how much? Done. Low. Correct. Then they have asked balance sheet of which company? Balance sheet of BC Limited as at which date? 31st March 1994. In which format? Okay. Now I am doing without format, only I am adding the headings. Chalega? In exam, of course, you will do with format only. Let us start with what? Share capital. So can you give me what is the amount of share capital? Plus 31340 plus 313. How much? 62,680. Any reserve and surplus? No. Any non-current liability? Yes. So there is borrowing. Long-term borrowing, na? How much? 50,000. Then, is there any current liability? Trade payable. There is no changes in that. How much? 12,000 total. 1,24,680. Then coming to assets. Non-current asset. So first, can you give me PPE? PP, what we have? We have plant. So plant 23 में how much gone? 19,000. Then motor car totally gone. Fixture how much? 7,000 plus 3,000 na. 7,000 so it was already available in the books. So 7 plus 3 how much? So it become 29,000. Then we have intangible asset goodwill how much? 40,000. Very good. Then current asset inventory how much? How much? 13,000. Then we have trade receivable how much? 31,000. Can the cash and cash equivalent you need to work out? What was the opening balance given? What is the balance given? 16,300. Then what cash? Batao. First is what? There was one plant sold at what rupees? Then some cash paid to whom? B. How much cash paid? 7,620. I think done. Then there was cash withdrawal and cash brought. That was the same amount only. So what is the amount? Batao. Check करो balance will tally. That but that was recorded na, already recorded, so that is already in the trial balance na. Tallied. Mubarak ho. Understood. Good question, but have you understood the process of understanding? First this type of question timeline, then stepwise, first revaluation, then dissolution with that same sets. Correct? One question you read, you explain how to proceed. We'll do together. But you read, you understand, you explain me how to proceed. Means stepwise. Which one will be done first, then what will be done, you need to explain. Let's see who is explaining me 100% correct. One chocolate. If you explain me 100% correct, one chocolate. Chalega? Can I give you one question? You need to read. Take how many minutes? You want how many minutes? 5 minutes में हो जाता? हाँ? So standard time I am giving 6 minutes. 6 minutes? अरे बोलना रे. तो everyone will see the watch and 6 minutes में timeline complete होना. With understanding, huh? In exam also not more than 6 minutes na. I'll give the question number. Let everyone be ready. What happened? Balance is not tallied. Can I give question number? I'm ready. 6 minutes. How many minutes? So your time start now. Question number 15. 1 5. Unit number 2 only. Your time start now. 6 minutes to 6 minutes, huh? Okay. Chalo. Now, have you done? No. Done everyone? So who will explain me? Question 15, who will explain with the solution? Means what will the process of doing solution? Bolo? Bol. I am whatever you will say I will write down. ठीक है. So we are doing question number 15. Bolo. We'll start with the timeline. बोलो क्या करना 38 June. So 38 June is given. Yes sir. What happened? R, K and C were the partners in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 3 is to 2 is to 2. Correct. Then R will retire. So R is going out. Then revaluation will be done. Goodwill adjustment has been given. How much value? 70,000. Then premises they have said 80,000, and this will be given to whom? This will be taken by R. Then stock will be valued at what? 36,000. Debtor at what? 43,000. So debtor at 43,200. Then there is an unrecorded liability of what amount? 10,000. Then after our retirement something happened. On which date? On 38 September. It will be continued by these two partner. Okay. 1 is to 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1. Then so the firm made a profit. Means during this period they made a profit of what amount? 30,000. Correct. 30,000. This profit is after what? So this is the profit net after crediting each partner's capital account with. So after crediting, so salary of each partner is what? So 500 per month salary is there. Okay sir. On which date? On the same date. So on the same date dissolution, it will be taken over by another company, and PC will be 90,000. Of these, what they have said, 40% will be what? 14% debenture, 60% how much? In the form of cash. This to they have given now. Bas. Then the last point I will explain. To enable the company, that I will explain. Okay? Up to this I hope everyone understood. तो बताओ. First we'll do retirement. Retirement first what? Point number 1 is what? Whenever retirement, first your revaluation. So there is a revaluation, will prepare revaluation account. Second is what? Reserve and surplus. Is there any reserve and surplus in the balance sheet? There is no reserve and surplus in the balance sheet. So there is no distribution of reserve and surplus. Then point number 3 is what? Goodwill. We'll do goodwill adjustment table. Then point number 4, will pay to whom? Will pay to which partner? R, as per the information given in the question. Then what? Then they say they continue, means from 30th June to come to 30th September, and on this date it was resolved. On this date it was resolved, and they have asked only balance sheet of the company. So whenever balance sheet required, we'll follow what? Concept number 4, same set of books. But can I say, to apply same set, we want balance sheet as on this date. We want balance sheet as on this date. So this is which concept? Concept number 3, updation of balance sheet. So we'll do updation of balance sheet also. So from this balance sheet, we'll update to this balance sheet, but only one information has been given about net profit. Only one information has been given about net profit. Correct? It means we'll assume that all assets and liability remain same. Only this assumption will take. We can do that also. Then dissolution happen, and we'll do what? Same set of books. We can apply same set of books. Up to this to you have understood. The last point we'll do separately. I think you have understood. Can we start? I think so. What I want to say that if you read the question carefully and draw timeline, everything will come in your mind. But when you read only without drawing time, nothing will come from where to start. The problem in exam for this type of question is that from where to start, how to start. And if you are not able to understand how to start, then how you will complete. So you will take much time to start only. And if you take more than 20 minutes to start only, then can I say it is not possible to complete it in 30 minutes. Then you will take 1 hour, and in 1 hour also balance it will not tally. So what happened? 2 question time you have taken in one question. Then eventually what will happen? Out of 100 marks, only 60 marks attempted. 60 marks में 40 कहाँ से आता बताओ? Understood ना? Correct. So first mantra, attempt. Attempt is possible only when you are doing time management. Time management is most important in CA examination. चलेगा? चलो. Now let's see whether we are able to do or not. So they have asked only balance sheet. All other points will be working note. So the first what you will do? Revaluation account. Can we prepare revaluation account? Bolo. Whatever you will say, we'll do that only. Can you say first we'll do for retirement whatever is there? Correct? The revaluation account. You can add revaluation on retirement. What are the asset? Stock is upward or downward? Downward. How much? 4,000. Then you do it. You do it. Do it. Then to debtor how much? 4,000. Then what? There is one premises also na. Why you are saying that's over? See the timeline, huh? Everything is given. See the timeline. Everything is written up. Premises is revalued at what? 80. I am asking revaluation gain only. How much? Revalued at what? So increase by 30,000. There is one more. Unrecorded liability means bonus payable. That is bonus payable will be recorded. So increase in liability means loss na. How much? 10,000. What is the revaluation gain or loss? So revaluation gain. So it will be transferred to partners capital account. But which partners? RKC. Can you allocate? 11,200 now. 4,800. 3,200. 3,200. Done. Then second what you will do? there is no reserve and surplus, then third what will do? Goodwill. So working note number 2, can I say goodwill adjustment table? RKC. First in OPSR, what was OPSR? 3 is to 2 is to 2. Allocate 30,000, 20,000 and 20,000. Then which ratio? NPSR 1 is to 1. Who retired? So R may nothing will come and it will be 35,000. 35,000. But the R how much? K how much? Plus not minus. We'll do minus. Acha. And what? 15,000. But the R is gaining or sacrificing? Gaining. अरे भाई डिक्रीज हो रहा है. Means how much goodwill belong to R, but now how much he is getting? Nothing. He is sacrificing now. So sacrificing partner will be credited. Then K and C are gaining partner. Gaining partner. Journal entry we can do. So it is K account debit, C account debit to R account. Done. Now what we'll do? Adjustment done. Then what? Adjustment of cash. For that we require which account? Partners capital account. So can we prepare partners capital account? Partners capital account. Can I say partners capital account up to retirement we are doing? RKNC. RKNC. So what is the opening balance? 30,000, 20,000, 20,000. Correct. Can I say current account will be closed by transfer to capital account? So we'll close current account. Correct na? So by current account. Correct na? So it is RNC means 16,000 and 24,000. Then there is a revaluation gain. So revaluation how much? 4,800, 3,200, 3,200. Then there was goodwill adjustment. So what was the entry? KC to R. We write on 2 R capital. K and C will be debited. How much? 15,000 and 15,000. We write on by K and C capital account, and R will be credited by how much? 30,000. Got it? Understanding? Done. Now we'll do payment to whom? But what is given to him? Premises of what value? 80,000. Balance will be paid in cash. Just find out, is there any balance to be paid? 800 will be paid in cash. Can you find out two balance carried down? Two balance carried down. $8,200 and $25,000. 32,200. Done. Understood. Then of course we can prepare balance sheet as on the date of retirement. Means we can prepare balance sheet as on 30th June. 30th June we can prepare. But we need to update the balance sheet as on which date? 30th September. So can we prepare balance sheet as on 30th September with updation? With updation. What is the rule of updation? Now let us revise that concept. The assets and liability whose new book value is given will be recorded at new book value. Assets and liability whose new book value is not given will be recorded at same book value. Then balancing figure will be either cash and bank or PL. If profit is given, then if cash and bank is given, then so in this question what is given? Profit is given. Mean balancing figure will what? Cash and bank. Understood? Bolo. Understood? So can we prepare balance sheet directly as on 30th September? If you permit me, but this is the balance sheet of company or partnership firm. So can we use horizontal format? Bolo. Can we use horizontal format? So balance sheet of firm as on 30th September, one by one. Correct. I will give you item, you will give me the value. Okay. One mistake. One mistake. तो 1 marks deducted. चलेगा? बताओ. बताओ. Plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. But can I say if they would have given rate of depreciation, you should provide 30th June, July, 3 month depreciation, but they have not given. Ignore. Correct now. Understand what I am saying? They have not given now. Chalo. Premises how much? Premises 0. Taken over. Debtor how much? 40. Very good. Excellent. Correct. Means after revaluation. Then stock how much? Excellent. 36,000. But cash and bank. Excellent. Means you have understood. So immediate answer is coming. Means you understand it. Correct now. Then capital. Capital. So whose capital will come? But what is the opening balance from previous account? From previous account. Oi, that was opening balance before retirement. Now we are updating after retirement 2-3 months. So already we prepare which account? So 8,200. We start from this now. Now they have given net profit after what? Net profit after what? Salary. Salary for how many months? So 500 into 3 how much? But the salary will be plus ki minus? We'll do plus na. The plus partner salary how much? 1500. Then plus net profit how much? Which ratio? 1:1. So 15. Done. Low. This is profit after salary. Thank you very much. It is profit before salary. The first will do minus, then distribute. Huh? You know PL appropriation account. I'm assuming you know. Huh? Chalega. How much? Correct. Similarly, we'll do for whom? See. But what is the opening balance? 32,000 plus partner salary how much? Plus net profit how much? How much? 48,000. Now can you give me all liabilities? First is what? Bank OD. Bank OD. Any changes? 20,000. Then creditor. Creditor for suppliers. No changes. 30,000. Then there is what? Creditor for. So this will change. Why? There is one bonus payable. So expense payable will increase. So it will become how much? 18 plus 10,000. Can you give me the balancing figure? Balancing figure is what? 40,000. Just write down balancing figure. Otherwise, at the time of revision, you'll think from where it comes. Gola means what? Balancing figure. Understood. Up to this, though, I think simple. हाँ थोड़ा time लग रहा है because we have not yet practiced and I am explaining also. If you'll do by your own with practice, it will not take much time. Done. So, okay, is 30th September done? Now, what happened on 30th September? Dissolved and taken by company. And we'll use which concept? Same set. Correct now. So, what is working note number? 5. So, can you give me accounting treatment in the books of which company? In the books of private limited company. Following what? Following same set of books. Understood? Now, you'll say me. I will give you a step. So, we are doing concept number 4. First step is what? Any revaluation is there. See timeline. Any revaluation is there. No revaluation. Done. Means all assets and liability are taken over at book value. Step number 2. Any realization? No. Means no asset. Means there is no asset which is not taken over. All assets and liability are taken over. Step number 2 also done. Step number 3. Goodwill given. Goodwill given on the date of takeover, not previous goodwill. Any goodwill given? Not given. Step number 3 is also not applicable. Step number 4. Reserve and surplus. Is there any undistributed reserve and surplus in this balance sheet? In this balance sheet? This balance sheet. Is there any undistributed reserve and surplus? No. Will be done. Correct. Last step is what? Partners capital account. Already we have calculated what? Due balance? Low. Means no step applicable only. Means only convert this into what? New capital. Convert into new capital means new PC. PC is what? In the form of cash and debenture. So what journal entry will be done? But the only one journal entry. But the only one journal entry. Conversion of capital. So K's capital account debit how much? K's capital account debit how much? 24,700. Then C's capital account debit how much? बताओ. To PC. PC में what? 14% debenture how much? And what? Cash how much? But the difference will be what? Either goodwill or capital reserve. So how much goodwill? Understood. Why goodwill was not given? Because goodwill will be balance sheet figure 16,600. Done. Understood. Means can I say only retirement was there? After that only what? Same thing we are doing without any information. If you have understood retirement, it was very easy question. Retirement you have not understood, it is difficult question. Correct. Now the last point I need to explain. Working capital wala point. Let's see. That point I hope you have not understood. Understood that point? Have you understood that point? What they have given now, let us read. To enable the company, you will explain. Explain. Chalo. What they have given. To enable the company to pay vendor and also leave with a working capital 20,000. Means we want cash for payment of PC. Correct? And they are saying that after that payment, our working capital should be how much? 20,000. Means minimum working capital required is what? What is working capital? Current asset minus. So that should be 20,000. So to make payment and to make working of 20,000, what will be issued? Equity shares will be issued of rupees 10 each at par. So it means now we need to find out what is the amount of equity shares to be issued. What is the amount of equity shares to be issued? That is last point. Working note number 6. Go. Calculation of amount of equity shares to be issued. So can I say first we'll find out working capital available. What is working capital available? Write down working capital available. So can you give me total current assets one by one as per the last balance sheet? Whether plant and machinery will come? Huh? Data will come 43,200. Stock will come 36,000. Whether cash will come 40,200. But can you say from this also what will do payment? Payment to whom? Payment for PC. PC payment in cash is what? 50? How much? 54,000. So after payment, this is the total current asset. How much? 65,000. Then minus what? Total current liability. How much? We have creditor bank overdraft will come. Yes, 20,000, 30,000 and 28,000. Total how much? 70, 78,000. So what is the working capital available? Available is what? Okay, 12,600. But negative working capital? The negative. How much working capital required? How much working capital required? 20,000. So how much cash should come? Ki this become 20,000. So how much equity shares to be issued? Can I say this plus this? That is 32,600. Means this much equity share capital will be issued. So automatically cash will come how much? 32,600. So negative working capital will become positive how much? 20,000. Understood. Means one more journal entry will do. What is the journal entry? Bank account debit to equity share capital. Done. Then we can prepare what? Balance sheet. but now in schedule 3 format. So same to same balance sheet, only capital will change, debenture will come, correct, cash will change, bus. Can we do it? Balance sheet. Balance sheet of which company? Private limited company. As at which date? 30th September 2001. You will give me the amount. Amount you will give me na? बताओ. How much share capital? 32,600. Very good. Then any non-current liability? Long-term borrowing? बोलो. Any long-term borrowing? We have. Debenture. How much? Amount? 36,000. Then current liability. So any short-term borrowing? Bank overdraft. How much? 20,000. Then any trade payable? It is 30. Any other current liability? 28,000. I hope you are understanding. Total. 1,46,600. Then can you give me property, plant and equipment? 32,000. Can you give me intangible asset, goodwill? 16,600. Very good. Then can you give me inventory? 36,000. Super. Then trade receivable, how much? 43,000. Then cash and cash equivalent will change. Be careful. बताओ, what was the balance in balance sheet? Then how much payment done? Then how much issued? Correct now. So what is the balance? Balance it will tally. Check कर लो. 1,46,600. Super easy. Only 2 questions we have done. 3 questions we have done. Understood? 2 concepts we have done. 3 questions we have done. Whatever we are doing, I think you are following, but a revision is required because there are many things we are discussing. Lot of things we are discussing. For that, a revision required. Practice we are doing in class only. For this chapter, we are doing lot of questions, na? Question by question we are doing. Correct. The consolidation chapter also we have done a lot of practice. This chapter also we are doing a lot of practice. Correct. We'll take break. New concept after break only, that is better. Correct. We'll take a break.